What's up, guys? Welcome back to AniPeeps, place for all things anime and manga. Today, I'm your host, Mighty Mo, and with me, I've got the boys, Boggs and Boom. How we doing?
Good, good, good.
Likewise, likewise. Especially what we'll be talking about today. Pretty stoked.
Yes, sir. Long time coming. Today we'll be doing a majorly spoiler-free discussion and review of uh, Behind the Supermarket Smoking with You, I believe is the American
Yes,
title. You
yes,
can
it is.
see very tinily written up top. But I believe this one from both Boom and I put on by our good friend Boggs. So
Oh, thank you.
I think Joey told me
fantastic.
mine.
It's
Fantastic
it's a great
of
one.
him. Yeah. But I mean, basic
Shout out
premise
Bob, man.
is you've got the girl on the right who works at the supermarket and the guy on the left who is a frequent supermarket shopper. Um, Goes kind of walking behind the supermarket one day and happens to kind of bump into her, and she invites him back to smoke some cigarettes with him. But the big twist is that he doesn't know that she and his favorite supermarket employee are one and the same person. So
Dun dun dun.
it's where a lot of
How can
the
you not like that premise, man? That's just that's just peak being cooked up.
yes,
Cause I
sir.
mean like cause his whole thing is that he feels kind of like relief of stress and pressure by going to the supermarket and going to his favorite register, you know?
She's
Cause
so good vibes, right? And she's always like
yeah,
smart,
yeah, it's good
cheerful.
vibes.
Word.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's
Cheerful, great
at a
customer service, and
shitty. He's at a shitty job.
yeah.
Classic
So
salary man.
yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, just highlight of the day, huh?
yeah, exactly.
He's,
It's
he's also
what
an
he looks forward
older
to.
character, right? I don't know if it ever said his age, but he's like middle aged or a little bit
Yeah,
older.
yeah. His much older than her.
Yeah, I believe it said he's like 40 or something along the lines of that.
Yeah, his 40s.
In that range. So definitely much older. But here's kind of the dichotomy of the two characters. So the one on the left is Yamada. That's the supermarket, his favorite girl. Super cute, cheerful um, worker. And then on the left side is Tayama, which we'll get into why the name itself is pretty funny. But
Yeah.
the very cool, um,
Punk almost emo
yeah,
vibe.
punk
Yeah,
girl that
Very
hangs
different
out behind. And
style.
yeah, I mean, like, just based off of the appearances, you wouldn't really guess, the fashion and stuff. The choker, the piercings that Yamada, when she comes off of work, turns into that. All right.
yeah.
Yamada looks
And
like how do you say it? Like a
Yankee.
is it Hokan? No, no,
Oh,
Yamada.
Yamada.
It's
she's
like
like the
not
Genki type, like
like
very energetic.
I'm looking for a good word.
But I guess it'd be good to preface it by saying that Yamada on the left you see is her in pretty much work mode. And then the more kind of goth style Tayama is her in her natural form.
Yep.
Um so yeah. And then like Mo said, kind of like the difference between the two and seeing kind of the interaction between, I guess you could say, them and Sasaki is great because you know Tayama knows that Sasaki likes Yamada, um and so like it's kind of like the maybe like Takagi-san where she kind of pokes at him and kind of teases him here and there about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as she alludes, as you can kind of see from this one here, this in this scene, this is the panel before this. Yamada tells him that she knows that Sasagi-san's a big fan of hers, and she says like, "Thank you for being my fan." And then
Hmm.
this is him kind of saying like, "Screw you, Tayama. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's your
because
fault."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
know
I
the
believe
game
this
now.
is
Huh?
also
Oh,
too, yeah, where he learns the name Tayama, which is really funny in itself because the kanji for Yamada's name, the two kanji flipped backwards is how the name Tayama became.
Mm-hmm.
So like it from the outside looking in, it's so simple, but I think it
Yeah,
makes the dual persona even funnier that the
yeah,
name
because he is
switch.
pretty dual at times, and but yeah, like you said, it's such a simple just name switch, and pretty much, it's kind of one of those where after a certain point, pretty much most of the people that work in the supermarket kind of knows about, you know, their relationship as um the Tayama alter ego, and like she has two personalities, and like she smokes with him as Tayama while he's a big fan of Yamada, which is also again her. But it's also kind of fun watching kind of like the side characters, because I mean we haven't gone to the characters too much yet, but the manager is like a big fan of
yep.
like rom-com kind of stuff, so she's kind of like get it going, like I want to see
Sorting
this.
right.
Yeah,
Which one?
And
Which one do you guys like character design wise more?
I'm a big Tayama fan, man.
Same here,
yeah,
brother, man.
yeah, you
Ryo
cannot
it,
go wrong
Ryo
with
it.
the Tayama, man. It's too
So
cool.
good.
Especially, I think there's one scene where she's taking her jacket off and she's wearing like crop top, and yeah, man, just very good style. But
And it's just always nice to see, like, part of it is because I'm a big fan of like the archetype, but it's so nice to see these kind of characters in rom-coms where they're like a very cool character, because when they become flustered or start blushing at, obviously um like romantically progressing scenes, I guess. It's very nice to see them like kind of break character and like blushing and all flustered at what just happened. So
yeah,
definitely love that.
especially for her, I feel like more than anything, she feels like she needs to maintain that cool persona.
Mm-hmm.
Already playing the double persona and having to be so happy, but I think it's fun getting to see her like outside of being Yamada, but showing some of Tayama's personality. So like a little bit in this scene here, for context, he was smoking with one of her other coworkers before this, and she comes out almost like kind of jealous and telling him like, "Oh, you can smoke with other people and stuff like that, and oh, you're getting friendly with everyone around the store." And it's supposed to be a
And that's
deal that he only smokes with Tayama behind,
yeah.
and so
And
yeah.
then
Bro,
what's
wait till
also
you see.
nice, because it's like small drama. He just straight up chats it and says like, no, like, I mean, minor spoilers, was like, no, I'm smoking with Tayama. Absolutely based.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it is nice seeing kind of because again, like Tayama is her true self, and Yamada's kind of like her front in work mode. So it is kind of nice seeing that kind of leak out. Um, because you see it a lot with her coworkers, because they know who she is, but especially in front of our main male protagonist Sasaki, like she can't really bring out, like she really has to split it up, between the two
Yeah.
personas.
Especially to what she is now. I think like they talk about when she first started, like she really wasn't good with people. I think she had like a really bad smile, and even like she
Yeah.
would constantly be told by customers that like she needs to smile more and stuff like that. So it's what Sasagi-san is in love with now, and what she used to be is day and night. She's worked hard for that,
Mm-mm.
but this straight angry face you see here is
Yeah.
more so her go-to personality.
Also
Yeah.
funny, man. That face.
Yeah, I know. I guess like if you're a big fan of slice of life romance, this one's definitely for you. And especially my guilty pleasure is like one of these kind of stuff where it's just the great reveal moment waiting to happen. So in this case, obviously like Sasaki finding out that Yamada and Tayama are both the same character. And as well as like, I guess, kind of spoilers for the first volume, but there is a kind of it is kind of hinted that they've met before in the past when, like Mo said, where Yamada had to kind of work and practice to learn how to smile and become a great kind of like customer service register worker that she is. And like he really gave her hope back in the day, and she really looks up to that person who she doesn't remember who it is, and it's not revealed or anything like that, but I think it is safe to assume that it probably is, our main male protagonist, Sasaki. But yeah, just super excited for that big reveal to happen. It's always really good stuff when those things start to unravel.
Hmm. Yeah. I
And I
mean,
think y'all. Oh,
go
you
ahead,
can go,
Lou.
Mo.
No, you're good.
I
Go
was just
for
gonna
it.
say, because you're on this panel right here. I think either you or Boggs mentioned it, but I really do like the Tencho character, man. She has a
Yeah.
good little mix to it. And I like her. I like her character design too. And
Hmm.
Hmm.
the way she pushes it, I feel like there's always comedy when she's involved too, which I
Yeah.
personally enjoy.
Yeah.
And you poked at it here and there about the small comedy aspect that's
Hmm.
in this series here and there, but yeah, it definitely does add to kind of adds flavor to kind of like the more slice of life element to it.
Yeah. And then all the teasing that she does too. I only included really the first panel of that, but there's a lot of those moments where she takes advantage of her position being a young, attractive girl, and Sasagi-san being just an older guy. But he gets her back once in a while with some of his gentlemanly gestures, and just like his he says things sometimes without really thinking about what he's actually saying, and gets her a little flustered in the head. And there's a lot of great back and forth between the two of them. That's fun.
Mm-mm. Yeah, he do be spitting sometimes without knowing, and hit like a chord with her. But no, dude, this one just has so many like awesome moments where it just makes you feel super warm and happy watching it. Like um, without diving too much into spoilers, but like the ashtray keychain,
Hmm.
um, you know, uh, like the texting between them, and yeah, just so many. That's just super fun to watch or read.
Yeah.
If you're in the fence of reading it, just look at the character design, man. It's so
Hmm.
clean, man.
And I know Mo's been kind of cycling through it, but I love the cover art for each of the volumes too. It's really nice.
Yeah. And it sucks because I feel like the arts are more progressive than what their relationships actually are, what their relationship
Yeah.
actually is too. It's kind of misleading. Especially like some of the other ones, it looks like they're together and stuff like that. But I mean,
Hopefully it's to show what's to come, but
yeah,
some big stuff has been happening in recent times. We won't touch on that, but I mean, yeah, that cover showing right now is great too.
hmm, yeah. But I mean, that pretty much wraps it up for that. We'll get into a little bit of spoiler territory because I really want to ask you guys. So far, what's your favorite scene or moment in this story so far?
Mm, I mean, for me, off the top of my head, it is the New Year's one. I mean, there is a lot. Um, there are some stuff in Volume 5 as well, but I also really like the Volume 4's uh the when they're watching like cherry blossoms. I think that one was super great. But yeah, the one you're showing
Mm,
to me right now is probably my favorite so far. Um, I guess like setting explanation is that it's holiday season, Tayama slash Yamada sick, so she gets sent home, but she really wants to work. So the manager kind of asks him to call her with her cell phone, being like, "Look, like try to convince her to like stay at home, get some rest." So he calls her, and this part's super cute too because she's kind of looking through her phone, and then she swipes, and it's a pictures that she previously took of him, and previously she was talking about how she really liked that picture because he just looks so silly. But yeah, so the manager calls, as you can see in the bottom of the panel, picks up, and it's Sasaki calling and uh kind of trying to talk to her, but he says a lot of kind words, and she's kind of wondering whether he's calling Yamada or Tayama because she's expecting it to be Yamada because he really kind of fanboying over her, but it's Tayama, and like that really makes her happy. And yeah, I think that like really hit home with like the relationship they're having. And like I feel like even at this point in the story already, like he cares a lot more for Tayama more than Yamada. Like Yamada's more of like a looking up to kind of idol slash just some person that's there to make his day better, kind of highlight of the day, but almost kind of like an idol kind of thing, but his relationship with Tayama is just so much stronger. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to go with this scene.
Nice. Boom. How about you,
Um,
brother?
I need to search up if what part the part I'm thinking about. So do you mind going first? Just I'll make sure I don't spoil anything. That's my
No, you're fine.
biggest.
I think for me, in volume 4, when I think they go to like a izakaya drinking party together, and she like leaves the party and goes to the store, like hoping she runs into Sasagi-san, and she's like pretty drunk, and then she actually happens to run into him, and she's just kind of like being like super aggressive and drunk, and he's kind of like just
Yeah, it was
flustered.
at the back of the smoking place, right? Like she was like really drunk. Like she talks
Mhm.
about how, I get drunk like I get this drunk like maybe twice a year. And it's like,
Yeah,
well,
Dude,
it was one of those days.
no,
and she even like lays down on his lap and stuff like that. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, that was like a really cute moment. Um, Especially like she's sitting there drunk. She's like, "Oh, look, it's Sasaki-san." So that moment,
yo,
and then a short, really short moment, but when they share the umbrella in the beginning, and he's got like he borrows the umbrella from his coworker, and it's his kid's umbrella, and
Yeah, it's like
then
super small.
Yamada's super small, and it's like covered in like little bears and stuff, and Yamada's kind of like laughing at him, but then they do like a shared umbrella. She
Hmm.
takes out the trash, and in Japan, that's like I mean, and I'm sure in America too, but in Japan they have like a whole word for it, and it's a pretty big deal. So that's kind of
Hmm.
like a cute moment that he gets to have with Yamada, which is pretty rare. Um,
Yeah, it's a rare Yamada dub. That scene's funny too
mhm.
because a little kid entering the store just has no filters. Like, look at that old man with the tiny umbrella.
Yeah, yeah. Just to add injury to insult.
Yeah.
Or insult to injury. Had that backwards. But boom, sounded like you found your scene.
no, bro. I should have because I was gonna say before I looked it up, I was gonna say like Yamada drunk, but then I thought it would be a
Oh.
sport. I was looking up on Reddit which chapter because one person said 31, other person said 70 something. So I didn't
Oh,
think.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, dude, it was. I was dying because you said it right after you said, "Yeah, I'll go first." Yeah,
swooped in
Hey,
and yoinked
that's
it.
my favorite scene, man. Gosh,
no, it's good, man.
should have
It's
just
okay.
said.
We can share favorite
Yeah,
scenes because
no,
that
that
is a
that is a
great
great
scene.
scene. Like, she's on a different level when she's drunk, man. Uh,
Bro.
Mo, respect the taste, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
Game see game, man.
Amen, amen.
Fox.
Huh?
Come on, man. I like that scene too.
No,
Oh,
that one's a great one. But alrighty,
up to you,
gentlemen.
man.
If there's nothing else you'd like to add, I think we're good to wrap it up.
Um, waiting for the anime, man. I don't know if there will ever be one, but do you
Hopefully,
think there would?
hopefully.
Because it deals with like
Ah,
smoking and stuff. I don't know how that works, but you
I
know.
think it should be. I feel like maybe after one more volume, because this is probably one where one episode could be like half a volume, maybe. Because it's pretty short, pretty episodic but short ones. So
Because you mentioned it
Hopefully,
earlier, it could be like I'm sorry, cut off. You can go first. My
no,
fault.
no, you're good. You're good.
Is like you were talking about Takagi-san, and a lot of
Mhm.
teasing is like that kind of. I don't know what it's
Yeah,
called, but
yeah.
it could be formatted like that, and that would be, you know,
Yeah, I would like that a lot. Hopefully it's just a thing where, maybe they're just waiting for more source material to build up before
yeah.
pushing one out there, because this is a pretty popular one, and um
The
I feel
colors
like,
look nice based on the
yeah,
cover too,
yeah,
like her
it's great.
hair and everything.
Yeah, I
And I
don't
know.
think the smoking will be too much of a deterrent, especially in Japan. You know,
Mhm.
Japan's pretty open; they don't care about that kind of stuff. Got anime with crazier plot lines than people smoking behind a supermarket. So
Yeah, true.
Could be wild, but Boggs, it's because of Bakuman, man. You know,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
chug
it's,
in the air. That's why I always think that.
hey man, you're not wrong though. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess my final one is just Boom alluded to it. I really do like the character design in this. Even like Sasaki, he's pretty like simply drawn, but I think it really matches the kind of character he is. And of course, like, Tayama's definitely like the fan favorite, and she's definitely great. So
yeah, awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, rare recommendation dub from Boggs. Jokes,
dang,
jokes,
Dang.
jokes.
Dang.
that's cold, man. That's
Just
cold.
jokes,
But
folks.
yeah, just jo- just jokes, folks. But yeah, absolute banger of a manga. If you haven't already, give it a shout. But otherwise, if you have read it, let us know what your favorite moment was in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Yes, sir.